A warrior is not about perfection or victory or invulnerability. He's about absolute vulnerability. Dan Millman. When you hear the word warrior, you might imagine someone impenetrable, a master of the battlefield, someone who never wavers, never stumbles, never doubts. But Dan Millman's words shatter that illusion. A true warrior, he says, is not defined by perfection, or victory, or even invulnerability. Instead, a warrior's strength comes from absolute vulnerability. Let that sink in. Not partial vulnerability, not selective openness, absolute vulnerability. And at first, that might sound counterintuitive. How can a warrior, someone who fights, protects, and endures, also embrace vulnerability? Isn't vulnerability weakness? The answer is no. In fact, it's the opposite. See, perfection is a mask. Invulnerability is an illusion. And the constant need to appear victorious will eventually crush you under the weight of your own expectations. Vulnerability, on the other hand, is truth. It's the raw, unfiltered reality of who you are, without the armor, without the performance, without the lies you tell yourself to survive. It's the courage to stand in your own skin and say, "This is me, the real me, no hiding." Here's why this matters today, right now. We live in a world where everyone's posting their victories online, their highlight reels, their perfect smiles and perfect lives, and it's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that's what strength looks like. But the truth? Most people are just trying to survive behind a carefully curated mask. The people who are truly strong are the ones willing to admit when they're scared, when they failed, when they don't have all the answers. Because vulnerability is not about giving up power. It's about owning your truth so completely that no one else can use it against you. In the life of a warrior, and in your life, vulnerability is power. When you're vulnerable, you connect more deeply with others. You learn faster because you admit when you don't know something. You become resilient because you no longer fear the truth about yourself. Think about it. A warrior on the battlefield who pretends they're not wounded will eventually collapse, but the one who acknowledges their wound, calls for help, or adapts their strategy, that warrior survives. That warrior grows stronger. So, how do we live this out in our everyday lives? 1. Drop the perfection act. Perfection isn't real, and chasing it is exhausting. Instead of trying to always look strong, focus on being strong, which often means admitting when you're struggling. Say the words you've been avoiding. I need help. I messed up. I don't know. Those words are not weakness. They are invitations to growth. 2. Practice radical honesty with yourself first. A warrior faces the truth head-on. So, take a real look at your life, your habits, your fears, your patterns. What are you avoiding? What conversations are you not having? What part of yourself do you hide because you think people won't accept it? Your power begins when you stop lying to yourself. 3. Share your story. Your pain, your setbacks, your lessons, these are the bridges that connect you to other people. When you open up, you give others permission to do the same. Remember, scars don't make you less of a warrior. They're the proof you've survived the battles you thought might break you. 4. Train your emotional armor, not just your physical armor. Physical strength is important. Mental sharpness is critical. But emotional courage, the willingness to show up without pretending, that's the rarest and most dangerous weapon of all. And here's the thing. When you embrace your vulnerability, you stop living in fear of being found out. You stop wasting energy maintaining the mask, and that energy, you can now channel it into actual growth. The paradox is, the more you embrace your vulnerability, the stronger you become.
Because nobody can threaten you with the truth you've already accepted. Nobody can shame you with something you've already brought into the light. So, what does it mean to be a warrior today? It means walking into the arena of life not with flawless armor, but with an open heart. It means being willing to say, "Here I am, bruised, imperfect, learning, but I'm here." It means choosing connection over isolation, truth over image, courage over comfort. The battles we fight today aren't always with swords and shields. They're with doubt, fear, insecurity. And the way you win those battles is by refusing to hide from them. Remember, a warrior is not about perfection, victory, or invulnerability. He or she is about absolute vulnerability. It's about standing in the center of your truth and owning it so fully that nothing and no one can take it away. So today, take off the mask. Speak your truth. Let yourself be seen. Not because it's easy, not because it's comfortable, but because it's the only way to fight the real battles of life and win the war within.